everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I have a heartwarming story for you. A little fable that reminds us of the simple joys in life. So, get comfortable. Maybe grab a cup of tea, and let's journey to a small, quiet village nestled among rolling green hills. In this peaceful village lived a cat named Snowy. Now, Snowy wasn't just any cat. He was a vision of pure white fluff, as soft as a cloud, with a special little treasure. A tiny piece of red coral tied around his neck. A gift from a sailor who once passed through.
Snowy was known for his curious nature, and one sunny afternoon,
That curiosity led him to a place he'd never explored before. He wandered past the familiar cobblestone paths and the bustling village square, his paws carrying him towards the edge of the woods. There, hidden by weeping willows and sparkling in the dappled sunlight, was a crystal-clear pond.
The water was so still, it looked like a mirror reflecting the bright blue sky.
As Snowy peered into the water, his whiskers twitching, he saw something extraordinary. It wasn't a reflection of a bird or a leaf. It was a fish, but a fish unlike any he had ever seen. Its scales shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, glowing with a soft, magical light. Drawn by this enchanting sight, Snowy dipped a tentative paw into the cool water. To his astonishment, the fish didn't dart away.
Instead, it swam closer and spoke in a voice that sounded like tiny bubbles popping on the water's surface.
"Kind cat," the fish said, "I am a magical fish, trapped in this small pond. If you help me return to the great river that flows beyond the woods, I will grant you 3 wishes." Snowy blinked his big, round eyes. 3 wishes! He had heard of such things in the stories the village children whispered, but he never thought it could happen to him. His mind, usually filled with thoughts of naps and chasing butterflies, started to race. What would a little cat like him wish for? First and foremost, his tummy rumbled. He thought about the delicious taste of fresh fish, the kind the fishermen sometimes tossed his way. "For my first wish," Snowy declared with a little meow, "I wish for an endless supply of the most delicious fish, so I never have to feel hungry again." The magical fish swirled, and in a blink, a beautiful woven basket appeared on the bank, filled to the brim with glistening, tasty fish that seemed to replenish themselves as soon as one was taken. Snowy purred with delight. 1 wish down, 2 to go. Next, he thought about his favorite pastime,
napping.
He loved curling up in a patch of sun, but sometimes the ground was a bit hard or a bit damp. "For my second wish," he said, his voice a little softer, "I wish for the coziest, warmest bed a cat could ever dream of." Again, the fish flickered its magical tail. Right beside the basket, a plush, velvety cushion materialized. It was shaped like a perfect crescent moon and looked so inviting that Snowy felt sleepy just looking at it. Now for the final wish. This one took a bit more thought. He had food and a comfy place to sleep. What else could a happy cat possibly need? He thought about his adventures, about wandering through the tall grass and sometimes getting a little lost. Then he looked at his little red coral charm. "For my third and final wish," Snowy announced, "I wish for a tiny bell, one that rings with a soft, gentle chime, so my friends always know where I am." With a final, brilliant flash of light, the magical fish fulfilled its promise. A tiny silver bell appeared, neatly tied to his red coral necklace. It let out a delicate, musical tinkle, a sound as soft as a whisper on the wind. True to his word, Snowy gently nudged a fallen branch into the pond, creating a small channel that connected to a nearby stream,
Which he knew flowed all the
Way to the great river.
The magical fish gave a grateful flick of its tail and swam away, its rainbow scales disappearing into the current. Snowy was left by the pond, his new treasures all around him. He nibbled on a fresh fish from his endless basket, curled up on his dreamlike cushion, and listened to the gentle jingle of his new bell. The sun warmed his fluffy white fur, and a deep, contented purr rumbled in his chest. He had everything a cat could ever want. He was home, he was happy, and he was loved.
And so, Snowy the cat, with his red coral charm, and his softly ringing bell
became a legend in the small village, a gentle reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are the simple ones that bring us comfort and joy. Thank you so much for listening to Snowy's story today. I hope it brought a little bit of magic to your day. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And do you and I forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you and I miss our next story. Until next time, stay magical.